She wore red, not the soft kind, not burgundy or rose, crimson, like she wanted blood. The candlelight made her skin look warm, her smile sincere. It wasn't. Her hand lingered on my shoulder longer than usual as she whispered, "This night will change everything." I thought she meant the surprise party, or the chef she flew in from Florence, or the 12 guests watching us from behind champagne flutes, my brother seated directly across from me. But when dessert arrived, she stood. Glasses clinked, laughter died down, and all eyes turned to her, to us. She cleared her throat, then dropped the bomb. "I'm pregnant," she said, glowing. "But it's not just mine and his." She turned, smiled at my brother. "It's ours." Time didn't freeze. It calcified. Even the fire in the hearth seemed to gasp. A few guests laughed, unsure if it was a joke. She didn't blink. I didn't speak. I just poured the wine. Let the glass fill too high. Lifted it slowly. "To family," I said, and smiled. The night before I'd seen the text, just one, but it was enough. He's clueless. After tonight, we're free. I stared at it longer than I should have, watching the words burn into my skull. It wasn't the shock that killed me, it was the certainty. My brother and I hadn't been close in years, not since we were boys. Too much resentment between us. Too many unresolved wounds buried under layers of smiles and handshakes. But she was supposed to be different. My wife, my anchor, the one person who swore I was enough. And she lied. So perfectly. I couldn't scream, couldn't confront. There's no use fighting shadows in the dark. Instead, I watched, and I planned. It started with a favor, a contact at the clinic, an unmarked envelope, DNA analysis in 3 days. I needed confirmation, not for their sake, for mine. The rest unraveled on its own. Her phone was an open vault. They always are if you know where to look. Deleted photos, hidden messages, a second account she forgot to log out of. Each piece of evidence slid quietly into my archive. Screenshots, recordings, timestamps. He'd been coming to the house when I was at work. She'd told him about my investments, my passwords, my plans. They were building a future on my bones. I rehearsed everything in silence, played every scenario in my head. How she would look, how he would crumble, how I would not break. That was the key, control. Let them believe they held the knife. Let them raise it, then take it from their hand, and let them feel the cold edge. The results came in the morning of my birthday. Envelope, unmarked, clean. The child wasn't mine. Not a chance. 0.00% probability. I stared at that number until it became a shape. Then I folded the paper, placed it in my jacket pocket, and went downstairs for breakfast. She was humming, cooking eggs, wearing my shirt. I kissed her cheek, told her I loved her, and I meant it. Not the love we once had, the love of a predator for the trap it's about to spring. Back at the dinner table after her big reveal, the room went quiet. A few guests looked to me for a reaction, maybe a breakdown, a slammed chair, tears. But I just stood, raised my glass, and said, "To family." A beat. Then I pulled out the envelope. "Also," I added, "since we're all sharing, I got a gift today too." I unfolded the document slowly, held it up like a priest reading the last rites. Paternity test. Took it just to be sure. Turns out, I'm not the father. I turned to my brother. "Congratulations." He went pale. She blinked. Once, twice, then reached for the paper like touching it would change it. I stepped back. "Oh, and one more thing," I added, pulling out a second folder. "This contains a full transcript of your messages. Yours too, James. I've already forwarded them to my attorney. And the board." Silence. Someone gasped. She opened her mouth. I walked away. She moved out that night. He didn't go with her. Cowards never do. I didn't chase, didn't call, didn't scream. I slept in silence, the kind only betrayal can buy. People think revenge is about pain, about fire. It isn't. It's about clarity. Seeing the mask fall, watching them scramble in the ruin of what they thought was control. She gave me the best birthday gift I never asked for: truth. And now I finally know peace. They wanted a reaction. I gave them extinction.